Hi everyone, how's life, and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I am in Disneyland Paris. Where else would I be? Because I want to be where the people are. Anyway, as you can imagine, this video is going to be all about The Little Mermaid, more specifically the new live action version of The Little Mermaid that was recently released with Halle Bailey in the star role of Ariel. I am so excited to see it. I'm going to be actually watching it tonight at Disneyland Paris in the other park. I'm in the studios at the moment. As you can see, there's a little backdrop for a little Ariel show happening at the moment. Check out my What's New at Disneyland Paris video if you want to see more about this event. But yeah, I'm going to be watching it in French in Disneyland Park, and obviously when I get back to London I will watch it in English as well, and by the end of this video hopefully I will have my thoughts to share with you. But come along on the journey. It's going to be a very under the sea day. As I mentioned, today is going to be all about The Little Mermaid, and this little section here, it has become a new show area, an entertainment area at the Walt Disney Studios Park for a few weeks, I suppose, to celebrate The Little Mermaid. The music! Anyway, so this Little Mermaid screening at Disneyland Paris is happening for annual pass holders on the 3rd and 4th of June 2023, and it's going to be at the Videopolis Theatre in the other park in Discoveryland. I've got about an hour and a half still until the event, until the film starts, so I thought I would start the dirt journey with you right now. Maybe we'll grab something to eat in the other park, but I wanted to also obviously talk to you about this and show it to you just in case you didn't know about it, because if you are coming here and if you love The Little Mermaid, it's a fun little show to watch.
Hi everyone, enjoy your day. The seaweed is always greener, it's somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Under the sea, under the sea, when the something begin to begin. She don't got a lot to say, but there's something about her, and you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the girl.
Si on refaisait tous la fête sous l'océan.
Oh, that's a great idea. Come on everyone, and let's sing together. 1, 2, 3. Under the sea, under the sea, under the sea, under the sea.
Also, I want to show you my t-shirt, because of course for the occasion I am wearing a Little Mermaid t-shirt. I absolutely love this. You can actually buy this yourselves if you wish to. It's from Truffle Shuffle. I'll leave the link down below. I'm affiliated with them, and they have so many cool Disney t-shirts. Obviously not just the Little Mermaid ones, so many more things. They've got lounge flies, a lot, and I do have a link down below to different things that I love as well, so you can check those out if you wish to, or if you want to buy this exact same t-shirt as I have. I love it. I feel like it goes really well with these ears as well, the 100 years of Disney ears. So yeah, Ariel, my bae, I'm so excited to go and see her. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna slowly but surely make my way to the other park. Walt Disney Studios currently looks pretty quiet actually at this time of evening. Tower of Terror was at an only 5-minute wait, which is incredible. For a Sunday evening as well, by the way. Today's the 4th of June, 2023, so it is a Sunday. It's about 7:25 p.m. Like I said, I've got about an hour and a bit until the film starts, but yeah. Walt Disney Studios, evening time is the best place to come if you want to get on rides quickly. Anyway, I am walking towards the Disneyland Hotel, the entrance of Disneyland Park, of course, and it's been a beautiful day today, honestly. Gorgeous, gorgeous weather. Look at the colourful Pride Mickey as well over there for the whole month of June. Disneyland Paris is celebrating it with Mickey having rainbow colours around it. It is gorgeous, and the fountains. I just love the entrance of Disneyland Park. It's the best one. Feels quite weird to be going into the park to watch a movie. I've never done that before. And by the way, I don't think I mentioned it, but the film will be in French, so it's going to be dubbed in French. It's going to be all in French, and this is why I'm actually going to go and watch it in London as well once I get back, because I do want to see it in its original language. Of course, I want to actually hear Halle Bailey's voice, because I'm not going to be able to hear her voice tonight. I'm going to hear it. Somebody else who's probably just as amazing, but I want to hear the original. So we're going to watch it tonight, and I'll give you my full thoughts when I'm back in London, when I've watched it in English as well. Watched it in London, watched it in English. So without further ado, let's head into Disneyland Park. And look at that castle. Look at Main Studio Estate at this time of evening. It is still very much light outside. The sun doesn't normally set until about close to 10:30 p.m. in the summer months here in France. Well, I decided to go to the Market House Deli on Main Studio Estate to get myself food before the film. This is one of my go-to places to go. I love their croque monsieur. It is delicious. I basically got myself a meal deal, to be fair, with an orange juice and some crisps as well. Watch here to see what happens as soon as I get the croque monsieur out of its packing, because it was hilarious. It's so good.
It looks so good.
No, I've had it before. It's amazing. I'd recommend. So yeah, I am now done with my meal. Honestly, if you haven't tried the croque monsieur here at Market House Deli, what are you doing with your lives? Especially if you love cheese. If you love cheese as much as I do, then the croque monsieur is definitely a must. Next time you come to Disneyland Paris, get it. Or leave a comment down and let me know if you've already tried it. Do you like it? They do it with ham, and they also have like a turkey version if you don't like ham. But I've still got some of my orange juice left, which is perfect because I can take this with me to the cinema. It's not a cinema, it's just a screening at the Videopolis. But yeah, I've got about half an hour to go now, so I'm gonna probably start making my way soon. On the way to Discoveryland, I decided to stop very quickly at the Cookie Kitchen to get myself one of these 30th anniversary muffins as well. I went for the vanilla one. It's currently in the bag here, you can see it. But I thought, you know, why not have a little mid-film snack with me. Also, back at the Market House Deli, after I finished my meal, I bumped into one of you guys from the USA, and they told me that they live so close to Walt Disney World that they get to go about 3 or 4 times a week. I mean, how amazing is that? So cool. But with that being said, we're actually in Discoveryland now, about to head into Videopolis. I'm honestly so excited about this film actually. What a cool and interesting way to get to see it in French first and then compare it to the original English version in a few days' time.
A few moments later.
Well, it's a good thing I decided to check my ticket because we're not actually going to be watching this film in Videopolis. It's actually going to be in the Discoveryland Theatre, which is normally where Mickey and the Magician is playing. So let's head there. Thankfully, it's not too far from where we are. It's just maybe another 2-minute walk. There you go. This is where we need to be. Discoveryland Theatre. Makes a lot more sense actually. I have no idea why I just assumed that it was going to be in Videopolis. But yeah, Mickey and the Magician Theatre, because they actually stopped playing the show at around 5-6 p.m. So it's an empty theatre for now, which is perfect for Little Mermaid. And it looks like the Rocket Cafe right opposite the theatre actually has some of my favourite snacks back in stock now. It's the Mustafa Bites, these black things over here. They're basically like jalapeno bites. They're so good. And they've been sold out for a while, and it looks like they are back. So had I not eaten, I would have actually gotten some of these snacks for the film. But it's okay, I've got my muffins still here with me. That will do. There you go, you can see the people heading into the cinema. Well, there you go, we are officially in the queue for The Little Mermaid. And it's so interesting actually seeing the sign over there that says La Petite Sirène. Projection pass annuel instead of the regular Philhar Magic show. But yeah, we've probably got about another 10 minutes to go now, and they're very strict actually about, you know, making sure that everybody here is an annual pass holder. Looks like we are slowly but surely starting to move now, which is exciting. I've seen a few people with Darth Vader waffles in their hands as well, ready for snacks, which is cute. Oh, cute. They've got La Petite Sirène, the Little Mermaid, I guess, artwork here waiting for us. No pre-show, just straight into the film. And here we are, look at that, so exciting. I'm gonna find myself a spot now. I think we have a pretty amazing view, guys, to be fair. Bit of a side view, but not too bad at all. Obviously there are still people coming through, but yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna put you guys away and speak to you after the film with my thoughts. Bye until then. It is very dark, but it is about 5 minutes past 11 p.m. The film has just finished. I'm still at the Discoveryland Theatre. The screen was just over there. I cried a little bit at the end, if that can give you any indication as to whether or not I like the film. So, let's talk a little bit about the film. Like I said, I'm going to give you my full thoughts after I watch it in English as well. But I have to say, I thought the French version of it, obviously with the French actors, the French voice actors who had dubbed over the original film, was amazing. I thought it was fantastic. Like, there wasn't a single moment really that I felt out of the story or confused. Maybe apart from, well, yeah, Partir là-bas, which is Little Mermaid song's Ariel song, obviously, Part of Your World. That's the only song I think where I could tell very much so that it wasn't Halle Bailey singing. I don't know why. It just, there's so many close-ups of her face during that song, and the lips don't match the French singing. But honestly, apart from that, absolutely fine. It didn't take anything away from the story. Now, the story itself, more or less same as the film, the original animated Disney film. But there are some differences in the sense that, oh my god! I don't know if you just saw that. There's fireworks happening there because Disney Dreams has already started. It is 5 minutes past 11. But yeah, Eric gets a bit of a backstory, which is, I would say, the only difference really to the original animated 1989 version of Little Mermaid. And I like that because you get to believe in the love story between Ariel and Eric a little bit more, because you get to know a bit more about Eric himself. And Eric's a collector, which I love. I love collecting things, as you guys probably know. And it's really funny because not only does Ariel like to collect things, you know, gizmos and gadgets and whatever she calls them, thingamabobs, that's the one. But so does Eric, and I think that's like a cute little thing. You kind of see that they have things in common other than the fact that one's a mermaid and one's a man, and the mermaid wants to be with a human being. No, I genuinely thought everything about the story was a bit more believable. Do I still think it's the best Disney film of all time? No, I don't particularly love the story of The Little Mermaid, but I love the songs in it, love the characters. I think Ariel, with all her flaws, especially in the animated movie, she still has something about her, and there's a reason why people love her. And Halle Bailey, of course I couldn't hear her, you know, sing, I couldn't hear her voice in the film. Ironic considering for the most of the film she doesn't have a voice anyway, spoiler. But yeah, despite that I could obviously see her acting, and I thought her acting was really, really good. So was Eric's. I think his name is Jonah. Everyone's acting was good. In fact, I just loved the film. I really enjoyed the film, and I didn't expect it, but towards the end, the moment between Ariel and her dad just really got me, you know. Again, I don't think I'm really giving spoilers. Most people are familiar with the story of The Little Mermaid, especially if you're a Disney fan watching this. I can see the top of the castle kind of over there. So yeah, I enjoyed it. A couple of things that I guess I wasn't the biggest fan of. I don't think Flounder's done in the best way, but I understand what Disney were trying to do. They were trying to go down the, I guess, the Lion King live action route, where every animal is exactly how they are in real life. Do you know what I mean? So of course there's a lot of everything, for the majority is CGI. But yeah, Flounder just wasn't quite as cute as in the original animated version. Sebastian was great though. I really enjoyed Sebastian. I didn't think I would before seeing the film. Just from watching the, you know, trailers and whatnot, I thought, nah, Sebastian's not the one, but he was great. Scuttle as well, he was good. He had a big part in this film. What I will say is that he had a rap song at one point. Of course I watched it in French, so the rap song was in French, but the rap song was a little strange. Wasn't the biggest fan of that. Now I'm looking forward to listening to it in English as well, seeing if I like it any better. Probably won't. It was just so random. Was there any need for it? I don't really know. Let me know if you guys have seen it. Do you like Scuttle's rap song? It's crazy because I can see the fireworks, but I definitely can't hear Disney Dreams. This is the magic of Disney parks. Because I'm Discoveryland, you know, I'm still hearing Discoveryland music, even though the park is officially closed, so the rides are no longer operating, really. But yeah, as we get closer to Main Street, I'm going to be able to hear Dreams. But all in all, I really enjoyed it, and I'm very much looking forward to watching it again, hopefully in English. I think it's probably one of my favourite live action movies. Wow. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It was also very fun seeing it in Disneyland. Like, it felt quite magical watching it with a bunch of other Disney fans, like knowing that we're all big Disney fans, not just casual people, not like a family being dragged to come and see a film because of, you know, the daughter or whatever. Do you know what I mean? That was cool. And it's even cooler coming out and like being able to watch the last bit of Dreams. But I think it might actually be the Hunchback section as well. Can you hear a little bit of it? What perfect timing. The Lion King is going on now. I am going to slowly but surely make my way out of the park because I don't want to get stuck in the crowd once Dreams ends. But I love it. New experience, first time experiencing such a thing like this. Watching an awesome Disney film, coming out of the cinema, and then having one of my favourite nighttime shows in the background as I make my way out of the park. I love it. Hakuna Matata, Bond film. Right, I don't want to drag this video for too long. I do have a couple of more things to say about watching it in French, so I'm actually going to put a little picture here so you guys can see exactly who the voice actors were for The Little Mermaid, La Petite Sirène, the live action film that I just saw, because like I said, I thought the voice acting was fantastic from everyone. Ariel, Eric in particular, whoever did Ariel's voice in French was fantastic. Yeah, everyone. Eric's mom as well, obviously played by Noma, I believe her name is. She was the actress who played Hermione Granger in the West End production of Cursed Child as well. I'd love to see her in the original language, but I thought the voice acting for her in French was also phenomenal, like really, really good. Sebastian was great, everyone was great. And yeah, I think that's more or less it. I'm looking forward to watching in English, as I said, and I will mention some of my thoughts later on as you keep watching after I've watched in a few days' time, hopefully. But Eric had a song as well, which I thought was really nice. So I'm looking forward to hearing that in English, although, like I said, the French version, whoever the French actor was great. And Eric, beautiful actor, really cool actor. Jonah, I believe his name is. So that's more or less it, I think, if I'm not misremembering anything else that I want to talk to you about. If I've forgotten something, I will probably try and put it in the next section when I've seen it in English as well. The ending though, let's talk a little bit about the ending. I think there was one line that King Triton says, obviously in French, so I don't know what the exact English saying is, like what they say in English in the original version, but it was something along the lines of, I'm so sorry that you had to lose your voice to be able to be heard. Let me know if you watched the English film, is that what they say? That's what they said in French, but I don't know if that's the exact translation. And I thought that was beautiful, that was so powerful. But Brave is playing. With that, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Keep watching if you want to see some more of my thoughts, because like I said, I will be watching it in the original version too. But thank you so much for watching so far. Right, thank you so much for watching so far. There's a cup of Macy's here. I'll see you soon. Well, I'm back in my hotel room. It's only been about half an hour since I last spoke to you. Still haven't watched the original version of Little Mermaid. It's the same night, because I remembered one more thing that I wanted to mention. Of course, Jody Benson. She made a little cameo in the film, and it was cute. I'd completely forgotten about it. I think I had read it somewhere, but I'd completely forgotten. And then when I saw her, I was like, oh my god. And of course, obviously watching it in French, it's not like it was her voice, and you hear her voice before you see her face, and I was like, whoa. That was really cute. I love Jody Benson. Anyway, let's go back. Well, not go back. Let's go forward to future Sam once she's seen the English version, the original version of the Little Mermaid live action. Okay, so it has now been just over a week since I first saw the Little Mermaid live action version in Disneyland Paris, and I watched it in English in the original language a few days ago as well here in London, and I've got a few more thoughts that I thought I would share before I end this video. Firstly, I loved it. I loved it even more the second time round. I loved it even more obviously in the original English language. Halle Bailey's voice was beautiful. Really enjoyed actually hearing her sing in the film. Eric as well, Jonah I believe his name is, he's got a lovely voice. I have to say, weirdly, I think I actually preferred Eric's voice in French, and you would have seen all the French voice actors' names. I included it earlier in the vlog, but it doesn't mean that Jonah didn't have a good voice, and his acting skills fantastic. It's just, for whatever reason, my preference was his French singing voice. I think it was a little bit deeper, and I think it worked weirdly a little bit better with Eric's song, although again, even in English it sounded great, and I did enjoy it, you know. The storytelling, I think, generally is very well done in this new live action film of The Little Mermaid. It's like about 2 hours long, but it really doesn't feel it, which I think is definitely a successful point about this film, because quite often when movies are that long, if they're not done well, if the storytelling is not done well, then you start to feel it starts to drag. There might be some scenes that you're like, why are they even there? But with Little Mermaid, I feel like no scene was, you know, extra. Nothing felt like it's just there for no reason. Everything felt like they had a purpose, and it never felt long, it never dragged. So like I said, storytelling really, really good, acting fantastic. Scuttle I didn't realize it's actually a girl in this live action film, because of course in the animated cartoon version he's a male character, but it's played by Aquafina, which again is also something that obviously watching it in French I didn't even realize. I just assumed it was still a boy, but no, it's played by Aquafina, who is a female actress, and she's meant to be a female bird, no longer even a seagull, some other kind of bird. And you know what, her rap, and I was talking to one of my friends about this, her rap worked actually much better in English, maybe because it was Aquafina, maybe just because in English it just worked better. Maybe I just didn't mind it quite as much now that I knew it was coming, because the first time I watched it I did mention it was one of the few things I didn't quite like about the film. But yeah, watching in English and seeing the rap again, obviously sung in English, I thought it was actually fine. It didn't bother me. I actually found it quite amusing. Overall, I found the relationship between Scuttle, who is now a female, and Sebastian quite funny in both languages that I saw. I just think it's a funny situation and it works really well. Generally, I think the film has a good balance between some little comedy moments and serious moments, dramatic moments, singing. Like, the balance is very well done throughout the film, in my opinion. And there are some scenes that are genuinely quite dramatic, you know, when they're on the ship, some of the like dangerous things that happen, without giving too many spoilers. Like, it's really well done. The CGI is good. Flounder, I'm not the biggest fan of the way they've done him in the, with the CGI and whatnot with the live action, but again, it doesn't bother me too much. I think the storytelling and the plot just overall is better. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's actually better than the original animated version. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I of course will always love the animated version and Jody Benson. It was great seeing her again and actually hearing her real voice in the English version. But yeah, I think there's a lot more to this live action film. You get to appreciate Eric more. You believe in the relationship between Ariel and Eric much more than you do in the film. It makes Ariel a bit more likable because you kind of understand her a bit more as to why she's willing to give everything up for some man, because you've kind of seen the backstory behind it. And Ursula as well, I thought she was so good. I don't think I really mentioned her much in my first review, but yeah, she's great. I loved her song. Honestly, everyone, the acting, everything is just great, and I can easily say that it's one of my favorite live action films. I'm not overall just generally the biggest fan of live actions. I wish that Disney wouldn't focus on them so much, but can't change it. This is what Disney are doing and have been doing for a while now, and it seems like it's the path they're going to be walking on for a while. They want to be doing more live action films, so it's what we're getting at the moment. So yeah, I'd say it's definitely one of my favorites. It's in my top 3. I really like The Beauty and the Beast as well, the live action with Emma Watson. I also love the Aladdin one that came out a few years ago, I think 2019. But I think Little Mermaid is absolutely up there. It might even be my number 1 now. I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. I know that the film has been received with quite mixed reviews amongst critics, but I think most fans, most Disney fans have actually really enjoyed it. So I would love to see what you guys think. So leave a comment down below and let me know. And yeah, I actually want to go and watch it for a 3rd time. I loved it that much, which again says a lot, because with it being 2 hours as well, I have this desire to go back and see it one more time whilst it's still in the cinema. So yeah, really loved it, and I would happily see it again. So yeah, that is it for this video, though. It is hot in London today, so Lord have mercy. I'm gonna open up the windows and also the fan, turn it on. We've got a fan. No aircon here in the UK, but we do have a fan. But if I turned it on right now, you wouldn't be able to hear my voice because it's quite loud. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Follow me on Instagram if you would like to, and subscribe for more videos like this. Bye bye.